Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this simple and easy headband. Let's get started. All you need is yarn and a hook. I use scrap yarn, weight 4, and my H hook. We're going to start the square off just like any other granny square. You want to make a magic circle and chain up 3. Then we're going to make 3 double crochets. Just simple, 3 double crochets. Okay, pull the ring a little tight. Then we're going to yarn over twice and make a treble crochet. And then we're going to make 3 more double crochets. Pull the ring a little bit. After those 3 double crochets, you are going to repeat the same thing over again until you have a total of 16 stitches. Once we reach the end, we are going to slip stitch that together. And we're going to move on to row 2. So we're going to chain up 4, and into that same stitch, we will make 2 double crochets. Make sure you go into the same stitch that you slip stitched into and make 2 double crochets. Okay, and then we are going to make 1 double crochet in each of the previous double crochets from the first row, from round 1. Okay, so the first one may be a little hard to find, but you want to make sure that you go under both loops, and that's because where you slip stitched into, it makes it a little tight. So you want to place 1 double crochet into each of those 3 previous double crochets. We should be at our treble stitch, which is here, and you want to make 2 double crochets, 1 treble crochet, and 2 double crochets all into the same stitch. Continue the same pattern all the way around and repeat it till the end. 2 double crochets, 1 treble, 2 double crochets into that treble stitch. 1 double crochet into each of the previous double crochet stitches. Once we reach the end, you want to slip stitch that together. And this was all I needed for my squares, or how big I wanted my square sizes to be. If you want to continue, go ahead and continue, and you can make this as large as you may need it. But this was good for me. Moving on. So it's just as simple. You want to make sure you have your ring pulled tight, and we're going to attach the squares. So I placed them face to face, back sides facing outward. I just used the thread that the yarn that I just used. I used the yarn that I tied off. And I'm going to go under 2 stitches under both sides, starting with the treble end. And then I'm just going to whip stitch those together. And as you see, I am going under 1 loop on each side, the sides that's facing closest together. And just whip stitch those together. This was okay for me, but you can join these as you feel. My last 2 trebles, I go under both stitches. I pull tight because I will weave that end, and that's it. It's just that simple for me. That's all I did. Give them a little tug so they won't be too scrunched, and that's it. So for me, this measured out to be almost 13 inches. And so that was wide enough for the front part of my head. And each of my squares are about 2 inches in width. If you want them bigger, make the squares bigger. All right, now we're moving on. So this was something that I just kind of went with. I hope this will make sense, but it's very simple. I attach my yarn. You attach that in the way you feel comfortable. So I attach my yarn, and I'm also using a F hook on this part because I did not want a big bulky strap. I wanted a nice small side tie. I went into that same stitch with a stacked single crochet. I chained 1, skipped 1, and into the next stitch I placed a double crochet. I chained 1, skipped 1, another double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, another double crochet, and I did that 1 more time. So this does depend on how many squares you, or how big is your square. I chained up 4, which counts as a double crochet plus chain 1, and then I did a double crochet on top of each double crochet and a chain 1 across each chain 1. So I just did a regular mesh stitch, and I did this for a total of about 8 rows. Chain up 4, turn your work, and continue the same pattern. And you always go into the top of that chain 3, not 4. Don't forget that, because you need to have that chain 4 count as a chain 1 space. And you want to keep repeating that over and over until you feel like that's a good length for how far back you want it to tie, or how far back you want it to go. Mine's went about, I would say, not completely to the back of my head, but close enough. So once I got to my 8 rows, I wanted to do a decrease. So I chained up my 4, and then I chained 1, did 1 double crochet, chain 1, and then I did my decreases. Just because I had an odd number, I tried to make it work. So if you have an even number, you won't have to worry about this. Just go ahead and do 2 stitches, 2 stitches, 2 stitches. Other than that, you can just try to make it work. I just tried to find out a way to make it work until I decreased down to only 2 stitches. So I just continued to decrease until I had 2 stitches remaining, which is basically my chain 4, and then 1 more chain 1 space plus a double crochet. And as you see here, this is where I'm getting down to my last 2 stitches. And you want to continue the same pattern over and over again. And I did that for about 10 more rows because I did want a lengthy strap, but not a super extremely long strap. It does depend on how long you want this to be. So here it is. Not perfect, but it gave me what it gave me. Once I was done with the length, I slip stitched into, as you see, the chain 1 space and the top of my previous double crochet, and then I fasten off, chain 1 and fasten off, and then you just cut it. That's what it came out to be. Okay, the next part is self-explanatory. You just want to weave in the ends. There's no wrong way to do this. You just want to make sure it's hidden pretty well, and then cut. So you just weave that in. I just go back and forth a few times, and that's it. This next part is written on the screen. I did not do any of these in the video. I just did it. Some of them I had some issues with, so I just figured it out. But here you go. Okay, couldn't get any more simple than this. I just glued them down. You can easily just take some yarn in the same color and simply sew them on. Very easy. And that's it. I hope you are able to create your project from this tutorial. If you have any questions, please let me know. I thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you can, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.